and welcome to this week's episode of Let's Look at the League. I'm Lawrence Mangenje. So in a few days' time, the Warriors of Zimbabwe will step on Moroccan soil for the 35th edition of the Africa Cup of Nations AFCON finals. The biannual showpiece will take place from December 18 to January 22, 2026, and Zimbabwe are in Group B, which comprises of Egypt, South Africa, as well as Angola. Head coach, the newly appointed Romanian, that's Marinica, announced his 28-man squad, which is on your screen right now. And one of the players who many people believe should have been there is not there. My guest today is his manager, that's Khama Billiat. Vokal, Godfrey Bakasa, better known as Vokal. Vokal.
Nkuma.
Wawe.
Ndawo yamkuma.
Aze mamix.
Tungodala tukupusha.
It's the AFCON season.
Yeah.
Like I said at the beginning of the show, we are heading into the AFCON finals. We are in Group B.
Yeah.
The quest is very, very simple. We need to at least qualify for the knockout stages.
Yes.
That is something that we have never done as a footballing nation since independence. Since our first participation in the tournament in 2004, that is.
Yeah.
Do you think we stand a chance of progressing to the knockout stages of the competition this time?
It's a 50-50 thing, considering now we have a new coach, new philosophy, and possibly new players. So we are determined to do better, but as it looks, also the teams that were playing, Egypt, I believe Egypt has never lost an opening match for the last 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
South Africa, they are probably on a 45 unbeaten game run. And Angola, they've got a very good squad. And I'm just worried that if we don't show up and announce ourselves that we want this, we can be everyone's ticket.
Everyone's ticket. As someone who manages a professional footballer, like in the case of Khama, like how do you prepare a player? Of course, I know it's the coach's responsibility, but you also play a part.
Yeah.
How do you prepare a player in terms of the mental well-being of a player ahead of such a big tournament like AFCON?
Speaking of experience, usually I collect all the footage from his matches and probably his opponent's matches.
Yeah.
And then we try to analyze. If I'm not there in person, we go on a phone call. Obviously, it's the team's performance analyst's job, but at the end of the day, we understand each other also, and we talk of certain things. And I'm someone who's also frank with them that you are lacking here, you are good there, you should do this. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but then it just brings awareness of where he's going and prepares him mentally. Yeah.
Let's talk about Khama for a moment. You have been managing Khama since 2018.
Yeah.
2018. During the time when he was at Kaizer Chiefs. Let's go back to that period in particular before we go much into the AFCON. There was a time when Khama was at Kaizer Chiefs. He moved from Mamelodi Sundowns to Kaizer Chiefs, one of the biggest players in the South African Premiership history, if you ask me. And then there was a time when he left Kaizer Chiefs. Kaizer Chiefs released a statement saying he had gone AWO. There's a lot of misconception about what really happened there. So perhaps for football-loving Zimbabweans, as well as South Africa, what is it that really happened between Khama and Kaizer Chiefs at that point in time for the club to actually release a statement saying the player had gone AWO?
His contract had lapsed. His contract lapsed in July. So he didn't go AWO. He was out of contract.
Okay. Was there any kind of effort by Kaizer Chiefs to communicate to you guys in terms of wanting to renew the contract?
Yeah, they were, but I believe they were not fruitful.
They were not fruitful.
Yeah.
So it was just a very normal, smooth process whereby the player simply, his contract ended and he simply wanted to move.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then Khama came back into the national team. Actually, he retired first.
Yeah.
Talk us through the first retirement. What necessitated the decision by Khama to leave the Warriors back then?
I think there are plenty of reasons that he gave me, but from what I understood is he thought he had played his role. He wanted to pave way for the younger ones, and also what was going on in terms of football politics at that time, it made him a scapegoat. So he was, as someone who was putting his all, he really didn't want to go into the public to defend himself, lay blame on other people. So he just decided, okay, let me just step back a little bit and see how it goes.
It must have been a tough decision, eh? Because you and I know Nkomana another guy.
Yeah, it was a tough decision considering that we were going for AFCON at that moment. It was a very tough decision. Khama is someone who would play injured, even though now it's not normal.
Yeah.
Khama is someone who would say, I'm willing to take the risk. I'm willing to go further so that I represent my country, because he loves his country so much. I don't think there is someone else or anyone else who loves playing for the country more than that guy does.
Interesting, eh? So, Nkomana is retired. He stepped back to allow other younger players to take the center stage, like you were saying. But when Mike O'Neill came on board, he simply said that was one of his first missions, to convince him into coming back into the Warriors fold. Take us through that process as well. Were you involved? How did the German mentor convince Gaucho to come back into the Warriors fold?
It was a series of talks, and Khama is someone who likes things that are planned, things where you know you're going there, and if this goes wrong, you know how to fix it. And part of the plans were, I need people with experience. I'm going to mix experience with young blood, and Khama loves playing with young people because I see him as a teacher.
He's an inspiration to me, isn't he?
And he's someone who's not hard, he's someone who's not harsh, even if youngsters make mistakes. So he bought into that idea, and I think we had seen they played 2 games before Khama came, right? We'd seen 2 games, and we kind of loved the philosophy, or he loved the philosophy that was there. Yes, the team was playing the ball around. There was structure, and it wasn't hard for him to say I want. Obviously, there were a few items that needed to be ironed out from the previous reasons. So those things were kind of ironed out, and yeah.
And then he came back.
Yeah.
But now, he took part in the World Cup qualifiers as well as the AFCON qualifiers, but to the surprise of many, he was not in the provisional squad named by Zifa, and subsequently, he was not in the final squad, which will be on the plane this afternoon to go to Morocco. Are you at liberty to discuss the reasons to why Khama is not going to AFCON?
Not really, but if I am to make my own comments, I think I'm pretty happy with the team that's there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Another player who is not on the plane to Morocco, Vokal, is Marshall Munez. One of the leaders in the Warriors fold. Zifa wrote a 500-word statement after Marshall had said, I'm 100% fit, and then Zifa said he is not. Do you think those things are normal at a national team level? And do you think what could have been the better way of handling the issue? Do you think, all right, in simpler terms, do you think Marshall should have been part of the squad?
Yeah, it's a tricky one, but considering who we are, at first, let's reflect on who we are. We are not Algeria that can carry an injured player. We are not Morocco that can carry an Ashraf Hakim. We are Zimbabwe.
Where are we, Vokal?
We should be carrying Marshall Munez. Whoever saw the struggles and the wins on Marshall Munez's individual game. I'm not saying he's a perfect player, but he has fought for the national team like any other player. And he is that one player who we say when we are watching EPL, Marshall Munez, he's there. He's from Zimbabwe. He is our poster boy at the end of the day. If you look at all those flyers flying around from Total Energies, what, you see there's Marshall Munez's picture there. So if there was someone who, when the team was selected and someone was there who knows Marshall Munez like that, they should have vouched for him.
Is it?
They should have vouched for him because, injured or not, Mangenje is a leader.
Okay.
We are carrying relatively an inexperienced team. We don't have more than 8 people. We have more than 50 caps
In the national team.
Half of the team that's going there, this is their first AFCON. We needed Mangenje. Mangenje is playing in the EPL week in, week out. He's playing there. We need him for morale's sake. We don't know what will happen. Probably we will progress to the knockout stages. And he heals. If Morocco was able to carry Ashraf Hakim, as injured as he is right now,
what more of us?
Do
you think the situation could have been handled better? Because look, we have a situation whereby the squad is announced. The player is said to be injured. He posts on his social media pages that he's 100% fit and fully committed to playing for the country. And then you have a football association releasing a more than 500-word statement trying to clarify as to what really happened for them to exclude the player in the team. Firstly, as a player agent, as a manager, if a player comes to you and say, I'm being ill-treated, supposedly, by the football association, how would you comfort him?
We look at the things. We look at the reasons why he's feeling that way. And I do believe Marshall and his agents sat down with Wolves and possibly reprimanded them of the statements they had made about his health. And if he believes he's fit, he should have came. We have specialists here. We have doctors. We could have assessed him the same way you assessed Jalai. Remember, Jalai was injured.
Indeed.
And he was assessed by the same national team. Mangenje is injured. We could have assessed him. The same way years back, Khama was called and Sundowns said Khama is injured. He had to fly with this then Sundowns team manager, Peter Ndlovu. And he was assessed here. Mangenje is important to Zimbabwe. We shouldn't hide away from that fact. If we hear that he's injured, it's a case of emergency. It's alarming. We do what we can to keep him, because let's look at it. Yes, obviously we have replacements, but replacements.
Can we really replace a player who's playing in the EPL?
We can't. But technically or terminologically, we have replacements.
Okay.
But then, do they possess the same experience as Nyasha? If we are to put anyone there, will they possess the same qualities? Probably they do not have the same qualities, but will they possess the things that Nyasha brings to the table?
Yeah.
That's why he was starting for us all those games. Nyasha wasn't a sub. He was a starter. So if he says he's injured, I think we should have done something.
Do you think we could afford to carry to the AFCON finals an injured player? In this case, Mangenje, for his leadership skills, or maybe with the hope of saying, look, as the tournament progresses, he can heal. Do you think that is the decision that we are supposed to make?
I don't want to sound like I'm naming players, but if we can afford to carry certain players that we know they are not going to play, why can't we carry Nyasha?
A tried and tested player.
We're carrying 28 players, and there's no way 28 players are going to play in the whole AFCON, even if we are to progress to the final. We are not going to use all 28 players. Obviously, someone somewhere will sit on the bench for the whole
for
game.
The entire tournament.
Yes.
Yeah.
So why can't we carry Nyasha? Why can't we carry him probably as part of the technical or something? If Senegal were able to carry Sadio Mane because he was injured at that AFCON.
Yeah. Isn't it actually someone's job to make sure that the player heals as well? Because the team has got a medical team department, isn't it?
Yes.
So it's actually someone's job to make sure that the player nurses his injury and comes back to fitness, isn't it?
Yes, I think we just it's a case of miscommunication. We takataza kutaurirana super Zimbabwe. Takataza kutaurirana nekuonesana. Possibly pane kakudhonzerana kakaitika kana kakuvhairirana kana kakakavadzana, but at the end of the day kana tichiisa Zimbabwe apa taifanira kugara pasi totaura.
Yeah, well, folks, Vokal reckons that Marinica should have done something about the Marshall Munet's issue. Talking about Marinica, let's hear what the Warriors coach had to say ahead of departure to Morocco.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you very much for all the time try to be up to date and all the time try to support us. And first of all, I want to thank to other people that actually were looking to support us. The sports minister, we had also, from the government support. We had from Zifa support. We also had lots of support from Cresta, where we've been there, hotel, and so many people, so many fans that support us. Thank you very much to everyone. Please stay together and please try to, avoid the noise and look for the things what actually we want to do. We want to go there and to achieve something that hasn't been achieved before to qualify. Talking about that, yes, there were challenges, particularly that we had lots of players that were injured. We had also players that recently are not playing that much at their clubs. At the same time, we had, unfortunately, this setback with CAF and with FIFA that we had the plan to get together on 8. Unfortunately, that has not happened, and now we have only local players and some players, particularly from South Africa, that were able to come, some others from Europe, but not too many. So we have about almost 10 players that will have to meet in Morocco, and we're going to have only one training session on 19. Unfortunately, that's the way it's planned out at the moment, because we'll be traveling today, we'll be arriving tomorrow, and after that on 18 we'll have only a recovery session, after which we'll have proper session allocated on 19. On 20 we're going to travel again to Agadir. We'll have a recovery session maybe. On 21st is match day -1, so we have 22nd, not too many training sessions. After that we travel back to Marrakesh, another traveling, another recovery session, then we have only one training session on 24th. 25th is match day -1, 26th we're going to be actually second match, 27 is recovery session, 28 is another match day -1, 29 is the game. So it looks like from 16 to 19 to 29, plenty of days, 13 days, but unfortunately we have only 2 training sessions allocated. But it is what it is. We believe in our cause and we believe that we can do what actually hasn't been achieved before.
Well, that was Warriors coach Mario Marinica saying they want to do something that has never been achieved before. Vokal, you and I are both Warriors fans.
Yeah.
What is the possibility of us excelling at AFCON? Under the circumstances.
Under the circumstances, with all the injuries, non-collapse, and with the teams that we're facing, I would say we need the first game. We need the first game. I don't really care about the second game or the third game. How we are going to progress in that group relies with the first game.
Okay, that is against Egypt.
If we fail to lose against Egypt, our chances will go high.
Okay.
If we fail to win against Egypt, then it means we need to beat South Africa. We need to beat Angola. And they're not going to sit around and let us beat them, because they also want the points. We don't know how Angola and South Africa are going to play. Probably they'll play for a draw. Their next games, they need to win.
Yeah.
So we need to win our first game so that we afford the luxury of now playing our normal games.
So in 2019, in Egypt, we played Egypt at the Cairo International Stadium. It was packed.
Yeah.
Egypt were the hosts.
Yeah.
It was the first game as well.
Yeah.
We played well.
You played well.
I remember it was a mistake that we were punished for.
Yeah.
So do you think we can play for a draw against Egypt and then shift our focus to South Africa? Because remember, South Africa, we are not pushovers as far as South Africa is concerned.
Yeah.
They failed to beat us in Durban.
Yeah, that's true.
So do you think we need to play for a draw against Egypt and then shift our focus to the South Africa game?
Yeah, I would gladly take a draw. It's a huge task, but I would gladly take a draw, considering that we're playing a team that is Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah is lacking game time and is hungry. Right now, he needs to prove possibly how he performs at AFCON will guarantee him a place back in Liverpool or somewhere else. We're playing a team that has a player who's marketing himself right now, who's there to prove a point.
Yeah.
Obviously, akambomakwa.
Yeah. I was going to come to that.
Akambomakwa.
I was going to come to that.
But the
It has
odds
got a lot to prove, isn't it?
Yes, but the odds are different now. The odds are different. He's also playing a relatively new team. Back then, 2019, we were as solid as ever. I think that team had been built for more than 2 years. And we had to go to AFCON and say, this is what we have.
Yeah.
We're so unlucky that we didn't score goals, of which, that's our problem. But we need this game more than ever.
The Egypt game.
Yeah.
What about Akambumago?
Yeah.
Mo Salah. And the person Agamaga, the player Agamaga that is also part of the Warriors team. And most likely you will be in there.
Yeah.
Do you think Divine will be oozing with confidence to repeat what he did in 2019, and can he do so?
Divine right now is 4 times the player he was that day.
He's actually better.
He's actually better. He's matured. I watch his games week in, week out. He's someone that I enjoy watching every now and then. He rarely makes mistakes. And he's that one player that I know right now. If there is a player that I know right now who really put his foot wrong in AFCON, if he did it in the Club World Cup, this is AFCON.
So you definitely believe?
Yes.
And then the South Africa game, Vokal. We are meeting a team that we played last month in Durban.
Yeah.
And we almost stopped them from qualifying for the World Cup.
Yeah.
It was a goalless draw. We could have won it with a bit of luck. That was a chance, the free kick. Yeah. Do you think they'll come all guns blazing to make sure that we lose this time? It's a derby, remember. But at where it matters most, the biggest stage, that is the AFCON finals. What do you think will happen in that game?
We just don't need to get carried away. Remember, we played DRC. We beat DRC in their own backyard.
In Kinshasa. Pegged Kinshasa Stadium.
Yes.
Yeah.
What happened at AFCON?
They beat us 4-0.
Yes. We just don't need to get carried away. Just because we beat a certain team on their bad day. AFCON is a different ball game altogether. South Africa probably were content with getting a draw because they had other fixtures they needed points from.
Yeah.
They were playing Rwanda as the last fixture. So right now, they need the 3 points.
Okay.
I don't think they need a draw right now.
They need to beat
The
us.
focus is different. What do we need?
Or perhaps we need to prove that the goalless draw was not a fluke, perhaps.
And then we have lost focus on the games because we're in AFCON right now. We need to progress. South Africa, that game is done and dusted. The moment we get there and say, vanakutirova, they'll surely beat us.
Okay,
And
because it's
trust
a
me, I'm
different
telling you,
dimension, isn't it?
Yes. Because I don't think South Africa, they are really focusing on that game. Right now, they're focusing on getting the 3 points. Remember, South Africa knocked out Egypt. Do we think South Africa right now are saying we once beat Egypt?
Certainly not.
Yeah. The task at hand right now is progression. They need to progress. We also need to progress. Let's throw that away because if we look at the starting lineup that played against South Africa and the players that are there right now, they're different. We have a different coach. Probably if we focus on our game, trust me, we can beat South Africa. But if we focus on that previous game, it's a different ball game, different coach, different philosophy.
Yeah. Well, talking about philosophy and the players that remain, experience is key, like you said at the beginning of the show. And one of the most experienced players there, thankfully that is knowledge. Knowledge is there.
Yeah.
How important is knowledge in terms of leadership and experience heading into the AFCON finals?
Knowledge is very, very important because knowledge has been a leader from a very young age. And he's that one player in that national team that has seen it all. He's gone to places many players in that national team dream of going to. And we've seen his works. It's very evident ever since he came to Scotland. We saw his contributions.
Yeah.
They might not be in terms of assist or goals, but his influence within the squad. We saw a different Scotland.
Yeah.
And right now, with how things are going, I would think knowledge is the type of player that we need right now. If we didn't have knowledge, I would have been saying a different story right now. But knowledge is there for the right reasons.
He's there for the right reasons.
Yes.
By the way, knowledge is on the brink of history. If he scores at the AFCON finals, he'll be the first Zimbabwean to score at 3 different AFCON finals. Do you think he'll carry us offensively in terms of getting the goals, the much-needed goals? Because AFCON is about taking opportunities, and knowledge is a gunslinger.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll deliver the goals?
I wouldn't really say because I don't know which position he will play. But even if you play knowledge as a right back, just know that offensively he will give you something. Probably an assist. Probably will get a set piece. But what I know is he might not score, but he will contribute to our offensive play. But then if we are to get possibly a penalty, let's just honor it and give it to him. Even if he wasn't the designated penalty taker on that day.
You make sure?
Yeah, I'll just have to give him goals. At the end of the day, records are meant to be broken. So if he has the liberty of breaking one, you should give him.
You should give him. Yeah, talking about experience, one of the experienced players in the Warriors forward is their captain, Marvelous Nakamba. Let's hear what the Luton midfielder had to say before the departure to Morocco.
Ekempu siyapusha njengamachita, we're pushing each other and sitakazele ukuthi sizahamba ngale siye-compete and fight for the best for ilizwe lethu leZimbabwe, and everyone already, and so far besitraina kanzima sipusha each and everyone ekempu. So le support esiyitholayo from ekhaya, I think siyalicela ahlabethu to keep on supporting us.
And ngasikhangela igroup elikilo linzima kakhulu, and wena nguwo one of ama-seniors akhona vele njengocaptain, labanye abantwana abancane abakhona ku-team, libalungiselela njani ukuthi mentally bebe khona ngale vele bengene kudeni?
Abantwana abancane ekhempu siyabanika ama-advice. We've been there before thina, most of the guys abase-teamini kathesi. So like now the first time yabo Chakuchichi Opadera, so siyabancedisa each and every time, like to focus, to prepare and so on. But I think as a group, I think Onkumuntu has been there for abafana abancane abase-teamini, and also it tough masiyali, but thina sikhangelele thina as players sifocusa ngathi kuphela thina. We are not looking to amanye ama-teams, and also I think it's a great chance for thina ama-players in Zimbabwe to go and fight ukuthi sinqobe sambe ku next stage for the first time.
And then a message to the fans.
Yeah, ama-supporters siyalicela kakhulu ukuthi support libe khona, lisincedise. Your voice mean a lot for thina ama-players, and keep on supporting us izo.
That was Warriors captain Marvelous Nakamba urging the fans to back the team in the upcoming AFCON finals in Morocco. Vokal, you cannot move out of this place without us asking you this this question. Khama came back to Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
He joined Yard. We don't want to talk about what happened on that day, by airport and stuff like that. Actually, let's do it. When Khama came back to Zimbabwe, I heard someone telling me that Khama had boarded a plane to Harare at ORT.
Yes.
I drove as fast as I could to the Harare International Airport, obviously to welcome Khama. A lot of people didn't believe that it was happening, but Mkomana was coming back. And Aoya Mkomana, everyone has expected him to be taken at the airport by Dynamo's officials, but to everyone's surprise, myself included.
Yeah.
Ndakona Mimi, Nakama, Mushipinda Mota, yana overseer Admaya Mangu, that is the CEO of Yada FC.
Yeah.
What happened, Mzee?
A lot of things happened in the build-up to his homecoming. Not many people thought it was true. Even if they knew that I represent Khama.
I didn't even believe that it was true, to be honest.
Okay, so when we decided, like, we sat down with the family, and it wasn't, all I can say, it wasn't an easy decision.
Okay.
Of Khama
coming back
home.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I'm sorry, Khama, to say this, but it wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't. There were sleepless nights.
In the build-up.
And we are talking of someone who doesn't know Zimbabwean football.
Who has rarely played.
Yes.
Yeah.
To tell the truth,
Yeah.
when Khama came, or when he was playing in South Africa, Khama didn't know Zimbabwean football.
Okay.
He really knew which teams are there. He really knew how much are the winning bonuses, the salaries. So for you now to talk to that person who's been getting, what they say, big money, for now to try and convince him to say, wangu,
Chibodzoka kumba iyo.
dzoka pa 10.
Yeah.
Iwo kanofunga kuti uda kuita so. Kana wakazofunga dorekeza bora. Ende pa 10.
Okay.
And he was like, okay, which teams can you talk to? And I said, do you know the moment I mentioned to any team that you are there, do you know 18 or 19 or 30 teams
Who make offers?
who make offers? And then we drew from the first offer. I had my links. Then-
Obvious is the management. Yeah.
Yes.
Eh.
First phone call.
Yeah.
I made it to a club outside of Harare.
The first phone call you made after Khama said he was considering coming back home
Yes.
was a club outside Harare.
Yes.
Okay.
I called it. Say, boy, rabo. Ndi nyaya yangu yakadai. Anza hauri kunyepa. Ndakati ndo dhiri riripo. Imimi kana mune zvamuri kufunga. Chimbondionesai. Toita sei. Abo isu nyaya dzedu isu dzinogarwa board meeting.
Okay.
Samandi ndokubata. Okay. Ndabata second team outside Harare again. Mukuita sei. Bonya yotaura bo ndokubata makuseni. I think the first 4 teams were outside Harare.
Say where all 2 former teams are outside Harare.
That's where the money is.
Oh. Okay.
That's where the money was
Okay. Back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where all the money was.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to Harare teams. I'm not saying you don't have money, guys. But those clubs had the liberty to spend more than they
Back then.
should. Yeah.
Back then, yeah.
So after that, I approached a team that I love so dearly. And now it was a personal thing.
Yeah.
Wangu namoni so zvakadai but ainda kutombomutamba chekusera apa akutombonofanda kutombonotambirawo team yangu inando support. Bata vanhu guys toita sei ona bhegi riri mukutaura iri kana bhegi riri kutaura harakawandisa but tokwanisa kumbobata vanhu vatiri kwanisa kubata zvomboita sei zvombonzwaiwo so abo it's okay. I went to the meeting and I sat down with the hierarchy of the team. Like, wacho vanozviti veteam vacho vanozviti ndini. We sat down and yemfana zvauri mwana mudiki ati ndini mudhara ndatouya ndini. Okay, toita sei, and then we had to discuss. So they were so amazed by the way I knew the numbers and I knew terms, I knew things. That's when they saw that they're not dealing munhu ari kungouya kungoti ndauya. And they had to make an offer. They made the offer. I called the guy and he said, yeah, it's okay, we can do it. But then after they came back, wangu, hanzi munhu uda kutengesera kakuwara, ane lifetime injury. I was like, kune chinhu lifetime injury. Mukuti chii? Asamuite ma-medicals iri kuno. Kanti munhu ari kuwe, toite ma-medicals. Makaonawo pasiri bho, mocha sei? Musiyana.
Iwe wanga uzunzwa nani udana lifetime injury?
Nema-rivals.
Okay.
Because tirirangira kudiwa nemunhu wese.
Tiranga udiwa nemunhu wese.
Saa munhu wese aukaenda Spaniard.
Okay.
And then I still have that contract.
Yeah.
What that contract needed was my signature and his.
Tiro varaperi.
So dhiri rakazononzwi kwawo.
Takanzwika sei dhiri Vokal? Tudze
dhiri vanhu vanga vapedza dhiri vakaenda kunewspaper.
Okay.
Vague.
It was not you guys who leaked information.
It was not me.
Neither did Ngomana.
He doesn't. You know, Khama.
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
Sure. Yeah.
And I sort of why I knew that they had leaked the story. During our talks, I was like, can you keep jersey number 11?
Okay.
So I made it. There was a typo on the jersey number 11. It went as jersey number 12.
It was a typing error.
Typing error,
From the
because number 1 is close to number 2 when you're typing.
Yeah.
So when I typed the number 11, it was so fast. I don't think WhatsApp an option you edit. Yes.
Yeah.
So I said number 12. And then I realized it later that I said number 12. So when I read the newspaper article, yes, Khama Billiat is coming to so. He's going to be wearing just number 12. Just number 12? Since when? Khama has never worn those numbers. Let me go and check to my charts. Charts. Oh, I see. All right. I don't know Alexanya. So mukulikisa kwa getanya.
But alama everyone else.
Chokwadere kuti munari kuuya chichi. I'm so close and I respect the man of God, Prophet Magai. And it was like,
Rudy Prophet no one.
When he's talking to me, he's talking to his son.
Yeah.
Without trying to say you, I know that Prophet Magai in his soul pipe. Like, Motana, in the Pepe. So they were playing Marinica Diamonds. The Shika Pepe. Tanga utara na prophet. So Marinica Diamonds manje, they knew me. Because ofutu nanambo tara now.
Padira je.
Warundo nanda we apa pafuti pa attention ji.
Kuna prophet.
Ko Ofa ko yo kagariba but anda uzone chi.
Ndazona bora.
Ndazona bora mdara wangu.
Vakatokupinzire baba.
Mdara wangu chi. No, it's okay. So Prophet had to do what he had to do. And the only stumbling block for Khama joining the team that had leaked the news was they bought their air ticket late. And also, Khama was now in direct communication with Prophet. They knew each other from way back.
Yeah.
And what he was being promised outside of the contract was something he was willing to have.
Yeah.
And yeah, he actually missed his first flight. They had to book him another flight, and then he came. That's when he went overseas because they were the ones that had bought the tickets. So they never bought the ticket. They never did. But they were hoping that they would see him at the airport and talk. Of which Khama had now to respect the people that had bought him the ticket. Not because he didn't have the ticket money, but those people were willing.
The commitment.
They bought him the ticket not because he's coming to sign. They bought him the ticket because he's coming to negotiate.
So he was moved by the commitment that the other club showed.
Yes.
Which is not the actual commitment that the other club didn't show.
Yes.
So that is what happened.
So manya put to say, but guys, you see, he didn't commit. So how do you expect us to come to attend name or to again? Yeah.
So I also showed the woman because
not many people like me at that moment.
To this very day.
Now we're okay. Now we're okay. Vakaila. Plus ndakazovapa vamwe. Utore.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a nice thing. Kana mabhora acho akamborwadza kunoona mabhora iwayo because it was ngandise Khama iwo kutimu yakadaiwo so. Zveshuwa ndiwampedza ita ishuwa kuti ndanampedza munhu ndiwampedza iwo ungabvisa munhu South Africa kuti azotambira timu. But then Khama wanted the challenge. And fast forward, he was second best runner-up.
He had a brilliant season,
He had
a brilliant season
yes.
Because a lot of people were amazed by the kind of season that he had. Because remember, we were talking about a player that had been inactive for a long time.
Yes.
But the season that he had,
It was something that
deservedly on the Soccer Stars calendar and almost the Soccer Star of the Year.
Yeah.
So after moving from Yard, Ngomana agenda Mabira.
Yeah.
Did you take him there too? like
Mabviravira.
Yeah.
Mabviravira. I think
Rakaitwa
tiri mabviravira ranga ratongopo kudhara, because if you still remember, besides him going to Yada, Honorable Sapkanya.
Obviously one got involved with the Yada as well.
Yes, and he's actually the main person who had curated everything to be where it was. So it wasn't fair for us
to deny him the chance?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, he's someone who had believed in Khama, even though he was told certain monies. He said, I know it's okay, let's do it. Now he has his own club.
Yeah.
He also believes in you.
How easy is it to do an honorable? Like Madiri Joji?
Honorable. Honorable boom. 5-6 on Ogadaro. I don't think honorable is he has a club, but then it's not for his benefit. If you look at how the players are being treated and how he's handling his things, he's an easy person to go, because but he's willing to listen. I think that's why Scotland is where it is right now, because everyone in that setup is willing to listen.
Okay.
They are willing to hear. They don't say we're perfectionists, but they are willing to listen and learn.
Yeah. So, the 2025 season is done and dusted. Scotland won the championship. Khama is his first Castle Lager Premier Soccer League medal. But it wasn't really the best of seasons for him. Obviously, it was a season affected by nagging injuries, if you ask me.
Yes.
How is he progressing in terms of fitness levels? And ultimately, can we expect him to be at Scotland again next season?
Yeah. Scotland is home. Scotland is home. There's Champions League. There's Champions League, obviously. He wants to play Champions League. He won. He's part of the players that won the championship. And I really believe on all the 30 players that are there, including the ones that are loaned out.
Yeah.
They also want to be there. For that reason that they won, they want to go to Champions League with Scotland.
Yeah.
I think there's no one who's saying I don't want to be here. Even contract agents will pay us. Next year. But I think everyone wants to be there.
Everyone wants to be there.
It's a good thing that you also want to be part of the histories. He wants to be part of the history at the end of the day, but then we'll see how it goes. But he's there.
He's there. You will be under the tutelage of a gentleman who knows him very well. From his days, Achiri Kumfako's Mkomana, to Cape United briefly, to Mamelodi Sundowns, to Kaizer Chiefs. During all those periods, Coach Norman, Vakam coach our national team. And he is the new head coach. Congratulations, Girandu. Big up yourself, Mdara. Do you think we can see that version of Khama that we are accustomed to based on his potential?
Coach Norman is the one that gave Khama his national team debut.
Indeed.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes.
It's the onus is on him now. He knows what to do. He's basically he's Khama Billiat's coach.
Well, Vokal, lastly, Khama Billiat is box office.
Yeah.
By his definition. Nofunga yoba unomborwa naye rounds michita yemita mtown. Madhako na one.
Yeah.
Kana chiti madhako na one, I'm not saying that you don't want people, but the attention you guys get.
Yeah.
What is your message to everyone who loves Khama as a footballer and as a person?
Okay, to everyone who loves Khama as a footballer and Khama as a person. I'm facing a town. He craves on that love. I can't say attention, but on that love.
Well, everyone wants to be loved, eh?
Yes. So the moment you see him and you greet him, he's going to wait and talk to you because he loves
the love.
If there's one thing that I know, Khama loves the love. That's why he loves those people back. Because he knows his wars, where he came from. And to be where he is right now, it's because of those people. So there is no better way. Probably he might not give you dollar when he sees you or what, or his jersey, because most people will be saying, but if you see him in a good mood, Khama is a giver.
Okay.
Khama is a giver. If he has those things that you wanted that time, Khama is a giver. You can ask all his teammates from all his previous clubs. He's a giver. He's someone who can sacrifice his salary so that the people around him are happy. He's someone that can sacrifice his next meal so that he makes that same person or that next person who's underprivileged happy. He's a giver. So Magamona,
That was Godfrey Vokal Bakasa, Khama Billiat's manager, and someone, well, everyone is a Warriors fan. I am.
Yeah,
he is. The
I am
producer
a Warriors
is. We're all backing on the Warriors to do well at AFCON, but I discovered the other side of Khama Billiat. Marines were the side of Khama. Vokal says articulately that Khama is a giver, and he thrives on that love because he knows where he came from. From Gwinyiro to the highest stage of the football world, Khama Billiat is driven by the love that is shown by the people. Vokal, it was a pleasure having you around. Thank you so much for coming. That was Vokal, Godfrey Bakasa, Khama Billiat's manager on Let's Look at the League. See you on the next episode.